What's up, everyone? Welcome to today's video. Welcome to the Video Game Fight School channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. So we have to keep an eye on the end game for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. So apparently, not only did the developer showcase actually come in and provide a lot of details about the end game, they made sure that they went ahead and documented what Season 1 and a small piece of what Season 2, 3, and 4 would look like. Before we jump in, I wanted to go ahead and give a shout out to one of my audience members, Cosmok here. P. Cosmok basically posted this on the Video Game Fight School Discord server. For those of you who may or may not know, there is a Discord server that actually serves the Video Game Fight School community. The link will be in the description. You can go ahead and join it. So shout out to you, buddy, for actually providing this information. I really do appreciate it. Now, the beauty of this is, overall, is this actually goes ahead to give a lot of detail surrounding what it is that we're going to be seeing for Season 1. And then, like I said, a little bit of 2, 3, and 4 down the road. We're going to look through them, and you have to evaluate for yourself if this is enough for you to be able to jump in and spend the money on this title. So first of all, they have their free seasonal content, something that you already paid for, basically. And it starts March 2024. I wanted to highlight this specifically because one thing that I've learned and one thing I've realized about a lot of, so-called live service games is when you have a timeline or a deadline for your content, it usually helps your community to know exactly what to expect. It gives the developers the expectation, and everything is kind of, in a sense, written down. Maybe not set in stone, but written down, and we can kind of say, okay, this is basically where we are and where we're going. However, from February 2nd or whenever it is the game, gets the full release, I think it's the 2nd, the early access is sometime here in January. But from that time all the way to the end, it's going to be a microscopic fine combing through the game. And so beware and be ready for all of its shortcomings to basically get put out there until the season content eventually comes into play. This is a realistic way of looking at it. If you're not necessarily sold, I believe this might be a good way to be critical about the project. I, on the other hand, personally, I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to, I've basically made up my mind I'm going to be getting the game. I just have to figure out my schedule to figure out which version I'm going to get. The only reason I'm even considering the deluxe edition is because I get the early play. But my schedule is also something that I must look at before I make that purchase. So that's, in my opinion, one way that we have to pretty much go ahead and take a good look at this. The second thing, too, is the reason that you have these new boss fights and enemy variants that are also coming in this particular season. This is actually pretty cool because at the end of the day, this starts to open up that Elseworld. And I've seen a lot of people's, opinions about Elseworld and all of the above. I understand. I get you, but the developers are doing what it is that they want to do. And I think this game was probably made to follow Fortnite and pretty much expand upon the DC universe because Fortnite borrows, universal characters from everybody, but it's its own thing. But I think Suicide Squad is designed to come in and, give Warner Brothers that extra live service oomph. And I know a lot of people are against live service games and all of that, but I think there's still a balance in the whole force. There are single player games, aka Wonder Woman, Hogwarts Legacy. Then there are, live service games, Justice League, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, and Mortal Kombat. Gotham Knights is in the middle, has more of a, single player emphasis, has the multiplayer co-op, nothing else at the end. You just pay for your straight game. So I think I can chalk that to the single player category. So in the Warner Brothers library, there seems to be maybe even a tilt towards more of, the non-live service games so far compared to the live service games. So I will take that balance anytime, any day. You also have Riddler content. Yuck. Don't like the Riddler. Everybody who's played the Arkham games can tell you. Some people say they like him. Not me. And a new playable environment. The very interesting thing is, even as they've shown the Joker, it seems like each season is going to get only one playable character. So I thought maybe we would be getting a lot more. Possibly 2 per season. Maybe they ramp it up. Maybe they've had something in the back burner. But it doesn't necessarily seem like that's the case. And from a development perspective, I think I kind of get it, in a sense, because when you actually consider the fact that whenever you're putting a new character into the system, you got to do all kinds of interesting things like balancing. And for the most part, a game like this, the uniqueness is what needs to stand out. When I saw the Joker, I said, okay, now that is a unique design on a character like that in a game of this context. It really did surprise me that they actually came up with all what they came up with. So you'd want for them to actually put in as much work into that single character per season in order for you to be able to get the best and, aspect of it, so that it doesn't feel like a generic cutout of what was already a thing. So I'm not going to push for, say, maybe more characters. I think this might be a good middle ground, seeing how the Joker played. I think it's probably going to be really cool. I don't like the Joker. As a huge Batman fan, I don't want to touch him. But Mortal Kombat 11 was the very first time I kind of was like, all right, I'm going to try the Joker. He was a little bit of fun as a character. It seems like this one's probably going to be a lot of fun. Then we have the 2 episodes, which is where they're going to seemingly bring some, some more enemy villain characters in the Arkhamverse. And then we're going to see season 2, 3, and 4 possibly repeat the same thing. I've argued, or just recently I mentioned in one of my videos, that it would probably be really cool if the developers could go ahead and, possibly do some polling just to let people go ahead and kind of pick out what they would like to see as to the next character. Possibly if they were maybe designing all 3 of them, and, they already have them in mind, and they're like, hey, we have this character for season 2 or season 3. Which one do you guys want? And then people are like, hey, we want that one. That could also be a decent way, now that we know we're expecting 3 more. They could just do that one poll, increase engagement, increase awareness. It's a marketing strategy, but it's one that's going to be based on, developer timelines and what it is developers already have. But this is pretty much my, quick snapshot opinion about what it is that they have here. I would go ahead and show you guys the reactions that we've been seeing so far, but I wanted to wait to do this in another video. I'm certain that you'll be surprised what you see. But that will be for another video. So thank you very much for watching this particular video. I appreciate you guys' time and audience. If you want to join the conversation, don't forget to hop into the Video Game Fight School Discord. And I appreciate you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Peace out.